Maverick fans, welcome to this week's episode of Chattin Mavericks, the official fan podcast of all things Maverick hockey.
Brought to you in partnership with Pulltab Sports, this is Chattin Mavericks. Check them out at pulltabsports.com and on your favorite social media platforms at Pulltab Sports. What's up, Mav fam? We hope you're having an amazing summer. We thought we better hop on the show here and talk some college hockey. There's been some major kind of moves in Mavland and the CCHA and college hockey as a whole. But as always, before we hop into the show, we got to talk about one of the sponsors of the show, Captain's Patch. Captain's Patch is a raspberry lemon shandy brewed by Elm Creek Brewing. Now available in our very own Mankato, Minnesota. Find Captain's Patch at PJ's Liquor Emporium on Belgrade Avenue in North Mankato and MGM Wine and Spirits located on Commerce Drive, just down the road from College Town. But you got to follow the detour as Victory Drive is having its annual construction party. Thank you, City of Mankato. We always love that every summer. Listen, it's the perfect drink for the warmer weather upon us. Get you some and earn your C. And quickly, little shout out here. If you are a local Mankato area business and would like to be a sponsor of the Chattin Mavericks podcast, please reach out. We would love to partner up with some of the amazing local businesses here in town. Shoot us a DM on Instagram or Twitter, or shoot us an email at chattinmaverickspodcast@outlook.com. Again, that's chattinmaverickspod@outlook.com. If you cannot spell outlook.com, we do not want your business as you probably graduated from St. Thomas. Just kidding. Just kidding. Guys, how are you? Colin, you've been at the cabin all summer. You've been living it up, eh? Except for that wildfire smoke.
Yeah, that stuff sucks. It feels like I smoked a pack a day. But no, it's been nice. That's like I'm honestly retired at 24. It's pretty nice. I got the summer until I got to be a big boy. So we're living it up, drinking a lot of beer. Switch to ultras though. Can't have the calories, Watch the figure.
What is a typical day living at a cabin for the summer? What does that look like?
It depends if it's a week or a weekend. Like today, my mom has a bunch of friends up, so like, I don't know. I was watching the UFC fight last night, so I didn't go to bed till like 1. So my mom woke me up at like 11, saying like, "Let's go on the boat." I woke up, made an egg, went on the boat. Now I'm here. So
my mom woke me up at 11.
Well, okay, that is the only time she's ever woken me up this summer. Most of the time, I'm up at like Captain gets me up at like 9
2 p.m.
most days. I don't know why Captain didn't get me up this morning, or he did. I got him out at 7 and then went back to bed. But like weekdays when I'm alone, it depends on if like there's stuff around to do. Like I mow my lawn, grandma's lawn, like our neighbor's lawn, just so like that way when my dad and his brothers come up on the weekends, I don't have to mow. So
are you willing to share what town it's in?
McGregor,
keeping that private,
Minnesota. No,
is there McGregor, a nightlife?
Minnesota. No, fudge, no, absolutely not. The bonfire is the nightlife.
Hey, that ain't all bad. It's not all bad at all. What about you, Chad, Mr. Big Bag of Knuckles? How's your summer been? It's been a while since we've been on here.
It's been busy. My kids' calendars are just jam-packed. Between all the different sports, and my daughter got a job, and we haven't bought her a car yet, so we're trying to work our way through that.
We have
6?
5 cars for 4 people, Big Bag. You want a car?
Will you sell me one?
Yeah, we did. It's not the greatest car ever.
I'll take that truck you drove to the Maverick line change event. That was sick.
No, that's my vehicle. Heck no. No, that was my dad's.
Yeah, there it is. We all knew it wasn't yours.
Well,
No,
we do.
My truck is. I was driving my dad's truck because mine was in the shop.
We'll get to it later in the show, Big Bag, but we do know a new used car salesman in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So
don't give away any.
We'll get to that. But yeah, keep going. So you haven't bought your daughter a car.
What's she doing?
She works at Nautical Bulls.
Oh.
I had no idea really what that was until she got a job there.
They're too healthy.
It is very healthy, but like it's very good. Like, I love when she brings home the extras.
They're
It's
just
good
way
stuff.
too expensive for me to go out and like justify buying one.
It is
I'm like,
pricey, but
yeah,
when her friend works there and she has a good time, so
that's the best when you get a job with like your friends. We had a place called Passazola. I can say this now because it's gone, but we were terrible workers. Like we would just sit in the back. People would come in and we just rock paper.
Shocking.
We'd rock paper scissors on who has to get them and stuff. And we're like, heck no. There'd be like 4 of us in the back, like minimum wage, small
can't believe it
business, and we just
closed.
like, well, it closed. It's the busiest time was when we were there because all of our friends would come in all the time. We left,
Oh
it went
man.
under. It's now at Jersey
Uh,
Mike's where I've also worked.
but
Jersey Mike's is still around, so that's good.
yeah, the other two important notes is I saw some pictures of me at the St. Thomas Championship game, and I was like, "Ooh, fella, you got to drop a few." So I've been working on getting a little lighter over the summer. It's
Nice.
been going really well, and
Nice.
I've dropped 25 big bag.
atta babe.
Just from driving the pontoon around?
Nah, I go on walks a bunch and shit. And like
For
there's a
you.
gym up here.
Nice, man. Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
So, Chad, is that like, are you going to a gym? Are you going for runs, walks? Like, what's the routine? What's the
Yeah, what are we
workout
doing
regimen?
here?
I'm
Caloric
doing
deficit. He stopped drinking.
no.
That's
I-
boring.
Yeah, nobody wants to do that. I don't. I'm doing no sugar, no grain. I mean, I know there's
Okay.
sugar in alcohol and grain in alcohol, but aside from
Yes.
booze,
I was like,
no
what?
sugar, no grain, and started the
So
day
you're
after my.
gluten-free.
Not really. Well, I guess technically, but it's not like a gluten-free diet. It's just don't eat sugar, don't eat grain. And
Okay.
started the day after my birthday, so it's been just a little over 2 months down almost 25 pounds. So I got
Nice.
some work to do still, but then August we'll be hitting the gym once I'm down to like a more agile
Yeah.
weight where I can do more stuff and
Yeah.
not feel like a pile of shit.
Exactly.
Nice. That's
And
awesome, man. Well, congrats for you guys. That's good stuff to hear.
Yeah. Last big update is Big Bag of Knuckles is on Instagram now.
Yep, that's right.
Still don't know how to use it. Still need my daughter to help me post stuff, but I figured it was time to be there.
That's awesome. No, that's the best
Went to the
notification
lake
I've ever
one time
got.
and just posted that one photo on like 7 social media accounts.
Yeah. I don't know. Get
Oh.
myself out there.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, that's awesome.
He's also back on Grinder for anyone that's wondering. His wife let him off the leash. He could go back on Grinder.
Get cut. Oh man.
What about you there, Cam? Your background looks a little different. What changed?
Yeah, pretty
Oh,
much
shit.
everything. I've had probably the craziest 2 months of my life recently, in a good way, very good way. Craziest 2 months of my life. Started with the job change. So that kind of initiated back in, I guess, what is it? It's July. So that kind of initiated back in May, early June. And so got a new job in Mankato and so then kind of started that whole move process. So had to find this place where I am now. So I started that new job in Mankato and worked there for a week, and it was probably one of the strangest experiences of my life. And I'm not going to say the company because I'm not here to drag anyone down or whatever, but pretty long story short, worked there for 4 days, kind of heard all these strange stories about how the companies ran, how the ownership is, stuff like that. I'm like, okay, that's not something I want to be a part of. And so I took Friday off, had 3 job interviews that day, and got a new job on that Friday and of my first week at the first job, and jumped up. So now I have a little bit of a commute up north to New Prague where our shop is, but super happy. It's an awesome company.
You left Winona for a new job in Mankato and then quit that job after 4 days?
Correct. Yes.
Like, were you just sold a bill of goods in the interview or what?
That's pretty much what it was. Yeah, it's funny, but it's been a whirlwind, and obviously, like, I mean, on top of all that, had to move over here, and then in between that, I went down to a really awesome concert in Clinton, Iowa. If you ever are in Clinton, Iowa, don't. It is one of the just dumpiest little towns I've ever seen, right on the Mississippi. Smells terrible, but they have a really good concert. So me and my buddies took a camper trailer down there for 4 days, came back, and then I just went up to Lake Vermilion for the fourth. So I've never been up quite that north. So that was an adventure, but I'm very happy to just be not doing anything for the rest of the summer except going out on Lake Madison and going out to the landing out there. It's an awesome restaurant. Been doing that a lot. They got live music right on the water. So
My old boss at Cheers and Mike's plays there all the time.
yeah,
Jeremy
yeah, it's
Poland from
gotcha,
Foreplay.
gotcha. So I've probably seen him play. So, but yeah, I'm out there every
For
weekend
sure.
with a few buddies, and yeah, no, I'm happy to be back in town though. I mean, just kind of reminded me how much I missed living here and how awesome the community is here and the people and the businesses and the everything you got here. So, but yeah, it's been crazy. Obviously, this is a little bit of the makings of a man cave, so it's still in the process. I'm literally sitting on my lawn or my patio furniture. So I have a table and a
I'm
chair.
sitting in a bunk bed, so I
Um,
think you win.
That's true. So yeah, but no, it's been a fun couple of months, and I'm happy to finally be settled again. And yeah, we're back in town, baby. So I'm pumped.
Kind of emotional. My boys are growing up right before my eyes.
Just don't make me get a job at Nautical Bulls, and we'll be fine.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, so I mean, what do you say, boys? Should we with all that, should we hop into the news here? I mean, that's kind of all we got for the episode, is just a bunch of kind of news topics to hit. But the first one is the Cactus Cup. The final
That's so
four,
bogus.
yeah, the final fourth team was confirmed. It was rumored that it was going to be BU, which was obviously going to be a very big deal for us playing them just in terms of pairwise and competition, stuff like that. But the four teams now are UMass Lowell, Mankato, St. Cloud, and Yale. So
That's just such a
there's
dumper team. They got like such a good team, and then Yale.
yeah. So it's 4 games over 2 days in early January. Our first game is us versus UMass Lowell. It's on Friday, January 2nd at 3:30 Pacific Standard or Pacific time.
I'm surprised they
tickets
didn't
are
make
on
us fly
sale
all
at
the way out there to play St.
Ticketmaster.com.
Cloud.
I know. That would have been. I'm sure the athletic departments would have loved that. So I'll throw it to you guys. Obviously, very disappointing in terms of who's actually going to be out there. But I mean, I don't know. What are your guys' kind of takeaways on this?
I think it's been a summer of like just people bailing on the Mavericks. So at this point, we're kind of numb to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rumors going around on whether or not BU was ever actually in it or not. I mean, if you ask Twitter, BU fans say they were never in it. If you ask other people, they say they were in it and backed out. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. They're not going to be in it. Just add them to the list of people I'm frustrated with. So, I'd like to consider going. It kind of depends on family schedules at that time, but I could see us spending New Year's out in California.
That wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah, you could do worse than Coachella.
Yeah, it wouldn't
in
be the
January.
worst thing. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll join you.
Yeah, man.
I mean, Colin, what are your kind of takeaway? Obviously, it's
Me and Big Bag and
disappointing.
Cali. I think it's just kind of stupid if BU was never involved. And then they just like, hey, BU's here, come play them. And then they never were there. It's just basically the bait and switch where, oh, now it's Yale. But one of my my buddy's cousin is the goalie for Yale, so that'd be kind of cool if they end up playing him. I didn't realize it was Yale, but
Yeah.
I'd rather
What
it
do
be
you think
BU
is
for Pairwise, like Cam said, because otherwise those
putting
teams suck.
your tinfoil hat on? What do you think is more likely that happened? That Cactus Cup said BU was in when they never were,
I
or
think it's
BU
more
was in
likely
and
that
backed out?
Cactus. Yeah, I think it's more likely that Cactus Cup was like. I think they're like, here, BU was like, maybe I'm mulling it around, but maybe closer to a yes. And then they went, okay, well then, Mankato, here, we're going to play BU. Come in. And then BU was like, well, no. And then they're like, well, you're already in, suckers, and Yale. I think it's more likely that the Cactus Cup lied.
Yeah, I would assume so as well. I could see it being like a fringe, like BU is like okay, yeah, like that would work out with our schedule. We'll kind of see where we are and whatever. And then, I mean, I don't know. We've heard from sources within the athletic department that they found out the same way we did. So, um, uh, who knows, right? At the end of the day, it really, something we'll probably never know. But super disappointing to say the least. You guys have anything more on that
My
point?
bad.
Cactus Cup is the fire fest of college hockey tournaments.
In other much just way more funny news, and this is going way back because we haven't had a show. Joe Sean is out at Michigan Tech University. It was not announced that he was out until
No, they never
Bill
announced it.
McCult was named the 23rd head
Yeah,
coach in program
they just
history.
announced the new
Yeah,
coach. Yeah,
which
they still have never said
is
Joe Sean
nuts.
out. Like they haven't
Maybe
said
they're
a
just
thank
gonna
you, Joe
like,
Sean, or anything.
yeah, I that was one of the oddest things ever. Before we kind of hop into the whole situation, I mean, just a little bit on Bill McCall. He was formerly assistant. He was formerly an assistant at MTU from 2011 to 2015. He signed a 5-year deal to be the head coach of the team. Most recently, he was a head coach at Lindenwood, who actually had a really good year last year. He got some big wins against some big names. Prior to that, he was associate head coach at his alma mater, University of Michigan, where obviously pretty storied program there. They've got countless of names into the NHL. Other news on that, former Maverick Benton Mass is going to join him as an assistant coach. And probably the biggest news of the whole thing, apparently the Chat Mavericks podcast are the only people in college hockey that saw this coming months in advance. So not a big deal, but I'll throw it to you guys. I mean, Big Bag, what are your, I mean, this is one of the most odd situations I've ever got to see in
That was
CCHA
crazy,
college hockey, whatever.
No, you're totally right. It was absolutely bizarre how it all went down. Never, I mean, there were random things here and there, but never really fully learned what went on behind the scenes.
I've got a little
Sean,
more like.
you haven't heard from him since. I don't think
Mm-mm.
he's doing anything. Like you said, he's probably getting the used car lot
Not great
up and
cars
running.
going, baby.
That's one of the best things ever. That needs to be a shirt, honestly. We need to make that
we're gonna
for
have to
this
work
season.
on that.
If there's any graphic designers out there, please let us know. We'll hire you to make some shirts.
Who was it? Was it TJ on Twitter that
TJ,
posted the
yeah.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was phenomenal.
Yeah,
So,
I saw
but
TJ
we
for his
just get
birthday,
that
and he was
printed
like, "That
out.
was so good."
That was perfect. But yeah, I mean, like you said, it doesn't surprise me at all that Sean is gone. Like he's an absolute lunatic psycho, and I don't think anybody on his team respected him. But the way it all went down was super weird and just bizarre. Which bizarre things happen in college hockey. I just didn't think removing a coach like that would go down that way.
Yeah.
Well,
So
Chad, I did ask because obviously the Chase McNaughton podcast was kind of all over that the second it happened, and they put a thing out on Twitter asking if anyone had any questions for the new coach, and I asked them to ask the new coach Bill if he would answer back to fans yelling from the stands, and they didn't ask it, and they didn't ask it in the interview, unfortunately, so we didn't get an answer on that. So you'll just have to try and see what happens. But what about you, Colin? What do you got on this?
So I was up here, obviously, and so was Troy, like my uncle that coached at Mankato. For people that don't know, I'm
What?
sure if you listen to this, you know. No way, really. But I was like, "Hey, did you hear about this?" He goes, "No, but it doesn't really surprise me." I didn't really. He was like, "I don't know." Like, he goes, "You know what happened?" I go, "No, I was hoping you knew. Like, maybe like your coach." He goes, "Nah." He like, I showed him the thing. He goes, "That's weird. They didn't even say like." Goodbye, Joe Sean. I'm like, he's like, something happened, like he's like something that like, but the more I heard about it, it sounded like maybe they were trying to give him like an extension, and they were just like, he wanted more years, and they wanted like you kind of suck and give you might be one or two, and then they're like, well, this is not going to work. Let's just agree to separate, kind of, but it's kind of more like we didn't want to pay you because we don't like the way I. That's what I heard. And that kind of makes sense. But I think like the timing is just weird, and them not saying thank you, Joe Sean, or we have relieved Joe Sean of duty. It makes it seem like something sketchy went on behind the scenes. I don't know if that's what you guys get too, but like if you're gonna get rid of a coach, say thank you for like he had some good years there. Like thank you for X, Y, and Z,
But
or
not great.
yeah, but you know what I mean. Like
I was just
they
sitting
were,
there.
he's a part of their history, so you got to say something. But I don't.
Yeah,
I it's
not
a
being
good
able
move that
to
he's got.
not being able to agree to an extension or having a contract dispute. I mean, that's not unprecedented. That seems like
No.
a perfectly good reason to separate, but that doesn't seem like something you need to like sweep under the rug and just kind of
Well,
not even mention
yeah.
that he's gone and all that stuff. There has to be
It
something else that went on.
it was smart to wait till they had a new coach to announce it though, so those kids didn't. Because remember, like when Hastings left, all those kids were like, "Crap, what are we gonna do? Who's gonna be our coach?" There's that panic. So by having a new coach in right away, they can call those kids like, "Hey, here's my plan. Don't leave." And then they eventually got what Isaac Gordon back, right?
Yeah, I
From
was gonna say Big Bag. That's like your most recent viral moment
yeah,
from everything college hockey reposted it on
yeah. Everything
Instagram
college
and
hockey
all that.
reposted
Yeah.
it. You didn't say anything about it. I'm teeing it up for you now.
The reverse tomahawk throw with the Isaac Gordon
The
going from Michigan Tech to North Dakota back to Michigan Tech. I mean, that's that's
Couldn't even remember. There's so many viral moments. But yeah, that was solid. Like North Dakota fans hated that.
well, they were
yeah, they were
so mad.
pissed.
It was so.
Shocking.
I hate that. I hate that thing. This is so freaking dumb.
Yeah.
Like like what the fuck? So dumb.
We're gonna need to do a content piece of Colin going to their student section and trying to do their chant.
I'll do
Just
it. I'll totally go. I will totally
Man,
do
yeah.
that.
What a crazy situation though. And I mean, I think Michigan Tech is obviously in a way better spot than they were, I would tend to guess. And I know we'll get in, closer to the season, we'll kind of get into the roster makeups of our team and other teams, whatever. But they've definitely been. I know he's bringing. I think he's bringing a goalie with them. I know he's brought a couple guys from London.
Yeah,
But I mean, no, nonetheless, I mean, Michigan Tech's in a way better spot. They're bringing in guys. I think they've got a couple. I mean, obviously their own articles are going to hype up the guys they're bringing in, but they look like they're bringing in some pretty solid talent. So be interesting to see where they end up. I mean, like anyone with the program transition like that, I'm not going to jump to any conclusions too early to be like, oh, they're going to be terrible or they're going to be good. I don't know. That's just me.
Well,
I know.
going back to the tinfoil hat questions, do you guys think that Gordon came back because of the coaching change, or did he not like his situation in North Dakota?
I think it's both because a lot of kids from the CHL came over to North Dakota. So I think he saw his playing time diminish, and then Joe Sean's gone. The other coach wants me back. I can play with my old teammates, my old like everything I'm comfortable with. I think it's both. It just I don't think he would have went back had Joe Sean still been there though. Like I think he would have left North Dakota and gone somewhere else.
Is that just another additional wrinkle in this bizarre world of college hockey where like we're already confused by kids leaving and going other places and how much money are they actually getting, how much are they not getting? And now this kid leaves, goes to North Dakota and then comes back a couple of weeks later, a month later, whatever. Like it's just getting weirder and weirder by the day.
Yeah.
Who knows if the check cash before he left North Dakota. Yeah,
Maybe they got there and we're like Minnesota and like we're in a deficit. We can't actually pay you. He's like, I'm gone.
that could be it too. That very well could be it. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it would be so interesting to hear. I mean, obviously, I would assume every answer he's going to give is just the politically correct, like whatever. I mean, it'd be kind of funny if he just quoted the coaching change immediately. He's like, yeah, I hated Joe Sean, so now I'm back. But it would I don't know. Who knows? I mean,
get rid of Joe and I'm back and immediately new coach.
Exactly. So I mean, shit, you guys got anything more on that craziness over in Houghton?
Good luck to him. Good luck to coach and his. Actually, I just mentioned earlier we need a car. So if he's, me and him are buds. If you need if you need to move an
A
old
lot of
Jeep or
coaches
something,
go
let me
from
know.
a lot of coaches go from coaching to car salesmen. That's all I'm saying.
There you go.
That's what my uncle does.
Who's that?
There you go. God. Well, with that, we got to talk about another sponsor of the Chattin Mavericks podcast. Before we go any further, we are now in the middle of summer here in Minnesota. Whether you're looking for some fresh watermelon, drinks for the cooler, or barbecue supplies, Cub Foods has you covered with 2 locations in Mankato on Madison Avenue up on the hilltop and downtown on South Riverfront Drive. Be sure to stop in and check out the endless selection at Cub Foods. Let's hop into the signing class, guys. There's obviously, I mean, if you follow the team on social media, if you follow them on X, Instagram, whatever, you've seen a lot of the signings coming through in the past few weeks, and I think they must have wrapped that up a little bit ago now. I'm just gonna kind of run through them, and then we can at the end, I'm just gonna say their names and where they're from and position and stuff, and we can talk on any of them or none of them or whatever, but. So starting off with the signing class, obviously not all these names are going to be playing next year. And they have on here the ones that are. This is just right off the men's hockey website here. So if you want to learn a little bit more about their backgrounds, go for it. But we're just going to do names and positions and where they're from for now, just, in the essence of time. But Max Beckford, he is a 6'2" goaltender from London, Ontario. He's coming to us from the Bentley Falcons. So welcome to all these guys. And he will be on the 2025-2026 roster. Rylan Bonkowski, he's a defenseman from Richmond, British Columbia. He's coming to us from the Tri-City Storm, and he will be on the roster next year. Bjorn Bronis, I believe is how you are supposed to say it. He's a goaltender from nowhere else but Chicago, Illinois. He's coming to us from the Sioux City Musketeers. He is not on the roster next year, or this upcoming season, I should say. Cash Carter, he's a 5'11" forward from Drayton Valley, Alberta. He currently plays for the Trail Smoke Eaters. That's quite the name. So very interesting there. Jack Christ, he's coming to us from he's coming to us from Muskegon, the Muskegon Lumberjacks. He's from Chaska, Minnesota, so local kid. He's a forward, standing at 5'9".
So dumb. He played at
and
Chanhassen. Get that right.
hey, I'm just going off the information.
I know.
Cole. Come
Why
on.
is he? Why is it? Yeah, that's so dumb.
But but he will not be on the roster next year as indicated on here. Jacob Conrad, he's coming to us from Lake State. We played against him. He's a defenseman from Green Bay, Wisconsin. He will be on the roster next year. Felix Gavers, he's coming to us from the St. Laurent Saints. He's from Riga, Latvia. So we got another Latvian on the team, 5'11" forward. He will be on the roster next year. Graham Greeter, he's coming to us from Hill Murray High School currently. He's from Columbus, Minnesota. 6'0" defenseman. He will not be on the roster next year. Easton Hewson, I believe is how you are supposed to pronounce it, I hope. He's coming to us from the Waterloo Blackhawks. He's a Edmonton, Alberta native. Probably not super happy with the Stanley Cup Finals. And he's a 6'4" defenseman. So, and he will be on the roster this year. Liam Humpka, he's coming to us from the Sioux City Musketeers. He's a defenseman from Minneapolis, Minnesota. He will be on the roster for next year. Sam Capel, he is coming to us from the Madison Capitals. He's from Appleton, Wisconsin, so Scotty kid, and he's a 6'1" center. He will not be on the roster next year. Mason LaBelle will be on the roster next year. 6'3" forward from South Bend, Indiana. He's coming to us from the St. Cloud Norsemen. Caden Lee will not be on the roster next year, but he's a 6'0" forward from Chaska, Minnesota, coming to us from the Omaha Lancers in the USHL.
He also went to Chan. So dumb.
He also went to Chan, as Colin wants to add. Tristan Lemire, he's a 5'10" forward from Mirabel, Quebec. He's coming to us from none other than the reigning national champions, Western Michigan Broncos. He will be on the roster next year, transfer coming in. Charlie Lurie, he's a 6'4" 6'0" forward from Minnetonka, Minnesota, coming to us from the Omaha Mavericks. So he's coming over. He's upgrading Mavericks, so that's good. He will be on the roster next year. Reed Morich, he's coming to us from the Waterloo Blackhawks. He's from Scottsdale, Arizona. He's a 6'2" forward. He will be on the roster next year. There's 24 of these, so bear with me here. Jordan Ron, there, he's a 5'10" forward. He will be on the roster next year from Chaplin Park, Minnesota. He is from the Fargo Force, and obviously he will be on the roster next year. Sawyer Scholl, he's a 6'2" forward from the Wisconsin Badgers, so a little bit of reverse Hastings here. He's a 6'2" forward from Medford, Wisconsin, so and he will be on the roster next year. Jack Smith, he's a 6'0" forward from St. Cloud, Minnesota. He is a Minnesota Duluth Bulldog, so getting some NCHC talent in here, so that'll be fun. He will be on the roster next year. Ian Samoza, he is the other Western Michigan Bronco transferring in. He is a 6'3" forward from Simi Valley, California, so I'm sure his family will be excited to be out at the tournament that we just spent 5 minutes dragging on. Bryce Strand, son of Luke Strand. He's a 5'9" defenseman from Green Bay, Wisconsin. He's coming to us from the Philadelphia Rebels in the Null, so excited to see some family connection there, and he will be on the roster next year. Gus Thorpe, he's a 6'2" defenseman from Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. He's coming to us from the Des Moines Buccaneers. And Liam Watkins, sick last name, Liam. He's a 6'1" forward coming to us from the Omaha Mavericks, along with his buddy there. So he's from, I'm not even going to try to say, Okotoks, Alberta is maybe how you say that. So he's a 04 birth year, and he will be on the roster. And then the last name, all these signings, Alex Zennerberg, as a Red Wings fan, as we can see right there. Sick Red Wings, Jay. Alex Zetterberg, absolutely love that name. 5'8" forward from Boston University. After I take a drink here on reading all those, you boys got any thoughts on the signings here? Anything stand out to you? I mean, obviously a lot of names. We'll get into more of the roster come closer to signing time, but the team posted all these, so we thought we better mention them.
Yeah. So before we get into names, why did we post the guys that aren't coming in? Like, that was very confusing. I don't know if it was just confusing to me, but like, I think that was a huge miss from the people that were doing that. Like, I get you want to like gas up your players, hopefully they don't leave, but like, what are we doing? Like, why are we saying they're coming? Like, they could easily leave.
Yeah.
I just
I mean, I think it's more of I think it's, I mean, to me, my guess would be it's more of like kind of marking your territory, right? Like getting the graphic out there, like, hey, this kid's a Maverick. So that would be my guess, I guess.
I think they should have done something like, and our next batch of players will not be, but like the way they posted it, they just posted like Jack Christ like the day after all the people that were coming in. So everyone's like, is he coming? We're like, we thought he wasn't. Like, they should have said something like, he's not coming in. This is for next year. We're just showing that they're signed. I thought that was just confusing, but like, it could very much just be me, and I'm just not a nice guy, I guess.
Well, if the team's PR couldn't dislike us more, I'm sure this will help. So.
I definitely fell for it too. Like when I saw the Chris one, I was like, "Oh, geez, he's coming in." But overall, like I don't have any problems with them doing that. It's a good way to keep the fans, people who don't dig through Twitter as much as we do, or just kind of want to know what's going on with the team. If they're just kind of casual and they just want to get familiar with names, and I don't really have a problem with it. It was certainly confusing for the people who pay close attention, but then after a few of the other names came out, I was like, what's going on here?
After
this
they
doesn't seem right.
Bronis, I'm like, they're not having 4 goalies again. There's no way that they're. And then I was like, but they should have like just said like coming in 2026, 2027 or whatever year it is.
Is there a possibility that maybe they didn't know at the time of posting all those? Like they just wanted to get them out there.
The way they did it, that they had to know, because the first 3 days they posted the kids coming, and then the 4th day they posted like Chris, Baronis, all the kids that weren't coming. So there's no way they didn't know. And I'm pretty sure that was after the Friends of Maverick Hockey event, wasn't it, Big Bag, where we had already knew who was coming in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
Gotcha.
you and me were like, well, coach just said who was coming in, and he didn't mention Christ, and we're like, what's going on?
Yeah. 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 I mean, definitely a little confusing. But I guess it didn't bother me as much as it bothered Colin, clearly.
Dude, it rubbed me the wrong way aggressively. I was pissed for like a day. Like I was
we
pretty
can.
upset about the way they did it. But like, whatever. I feel like hopefully I'm in a minority here. But yeah, there's a
Yeah.
couple
Well, I
people I'm
mean,
looking forward to, like Zetterberg.
well, that's good.
I feel like he's supposed to be good. He everyone's been
Yeah.
gassing him up. And then a bunch of our decor is going to be good again, which defense
Yeah.
wins championships. So
Oh,
we'll
and
see.
I'll just throw this in quickly. Now that I'm back in Mankato, I'm obviously kind of running into a couple of the guys around town and stuff like that. And,
Yeah.
and while I was checking out, they're talking. He's like, "Yeah, it's a good group, bunch of awesome guys, and they're really excited, to get going. Sounds like it's gonna be an awesome group of fellas from the inside. So, that's really good to hear, and makes me pretty excited for some Maverick hockey. What about you, Big Bag? Anything on the signings here?
I'm super excited about everybody that's coming in. I mean, you look at some of the names on here, and Ralph's is getting a buddy. He'll get a Latvian friend
Someone
coming
that he can
in. They
actually
could go,
speak to and not
yeah, he can have a
criminal
conversation
minds
with, and
talk or
he can
Yeah,
go. They can go Peaky Blinders hunting or
yeah.
whatever. Take a picture together. That'd be fun.
If they could remake that picture with both of them in it, that would be.
Well, that'd be
well,
so
the
sick.
people that hunt are gone. Bolson and Olsen.
Don't you remember during the Strand interview, he was talking about a couple, I think like Samosa, a couple of those guys coming over were like, where can we park a boat? Because they're big
Yeah.
hunters and fishers and fishermen and stuff like that.
True.
So
Yeah.
so they'll figure it out.
A lot of these other guys coming in from the USHL, they had great seasons. Morick and Hewson, had a great run in the Clark Cup. You got a bevy of NCHC players coming in, which is never a bad thing. We've had great success from NCHC people coming in.
Yeah.
And then you got coach's son. Like, there's a lot of stuff to be excited about. We got a guy coming in who all he does is win national championships. That'll help us
Yeah.
out. Good vibes.
Was that his third in a row? Right?
I think it's third in 4 years or
Third
something.
in 4 years.
Maybe third in a row. I don't know.
Yeah.
Once the Mavs lose, I kind of stop paying attention to who actually won.
So with that, let's move on to the pro signings. Just going to list all these off, and then again, we'll kind of talk about them at the end here. I got as much information as I could find on the internet on each one, so each signing has a little bit more information on it than others, but I tried to find as much as I could. So starting out with Rhett and Rem Pitlick, signing different deals, but they posted them in the same post. He's signing a 2-year AHL deal with the Bakersfield Condors. So congratulations to Pitter there.
That's the Oilers, I believe.
The
organization.
Gotcha. So good for him. Josh Grohl signs with the Fort Wayne Comets of the ECHL. Walker Dewar signs with the Winnipeg Jets, a 1-year, $775,000 cap hit deal there. Our boy, friend of the program, Ryan Sandelin, re-signs with the Iowa Wild for a 1-year, 2-way deal. So congratulations to Sandy on that. Brendan Furry signs with a 1-year deal, 1-year AHL deal with the Syracuse Crunch. Lucas Sauter signs with the Kansas City Mavericks of the ECHL. So he's
back in the
once
States
again. Yeah, and then Dryden McKay getting his name back out there again. He signs with the Utah Grizzlies in the ECHL. So congratulations to Drydo. Love to get him on the show here soon. Sam Morton signs a 1-year, $775,000 2-way extension with the Calgary Flames. So congratulations to all those guys. If I missed any of them,
boys,
sorry,
dude. You didn't see that Brett Morvac signed in the ECHL? Come on now.
That was just a couple days ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, that is the one I forgot.
Steelheads or something? I don't know.
Yeah, so obviously transferred out, but congratulations to Brett on signing.
He transferred to a Canadian
deal,
college and then just goes to the ECHL. Attaboy, Brett.
So Yeah, at a kid. So getting to keep playing some puck. So I mean, you guys, Big Bag, you got anything on the signings? Obviously, love seeing our guys.
What about
Love seeing
Oli?
our guys
Oli.
ink some deals.
Yeah,
Olsen.
Ole's playing overseas.
Oli plays overseas.
Oh yeah, I saw that deal somewhere.
I DM'd him. Hold on. I DM'd him like the.
Yeah,
It's like a green team over in Europe.
yeah.
I forget what
But
country, but
if we forgot anyone else, sorry. But I mean, Big Bag, what's your kind of takeaways from this? Obviously, a lot of signings to go over, but
yeah, I guess I'm super excited for the kids that are getting re-signed. It's great opportunity for people signing their first contract. Good for them. But I'm
yeah,
especially happy to see the kids who are getting re-signed, and that shows that they're playing well. The team wants to keep them around and everything. Would love to see them get a few games here and there in the NHL, if not secure a solid, everyday spot. Would love to see Morty get up there with the Flames again. He made me a lot of money in his first game. Uh, Anytime goal scorer for a kid playing his first NHL game, those props go way up.
nice,
So we
nice.
benefited from that. Thanks, Morty. Keep it up, bud.
What about you, Colin? You got anything on the pro signings here before we move on?
Yeah, it's nice to see people like re-signing, like Big Bag says, staying up there. People like Walker Dewar, hopefully, and Sam Morton and like Pitlick
Yeah,
have a good chance of seeing NHL time this year. Hopefully, Bolson ends up somewhere that could also. I think if he gets an AHL contract, he'll be in the pros by the All-Star break. But yeah, it's nice to see a lot of these kids going on to the next level, and looks good for the Mankato International level.
I mean, you guys got any more for the pro signings? If not, we got a pretty big topic to tackle here. If you guys are ready.
Let's get after it.
Yeah, so obviously I think this is probably the biggest news in college hockey and I mean money wise ever. But Gavin McKenna inks a $700,000 NIL deal with Penn State.
Hey,
I
Pat
mean,
Micheletti, take notes. It happened.
they call those receipts. I
Yeah.
mean, I think going back to our Luke Strand interview, I think the quote he used or the thing he used was the toothpaste is kind of out of the tube now. And if it wasn't before, it definitely is. I mean, this just opened a door that I mean, it's a $700,000 door. It's a pretty nice door. So, I'll just throw it to you guys. I mean, what's your kind of initial reaction, Colin? And where do you think this could take us for college
I mean,
hockey?
he's like the consensus number one pick next year, correct?
Yeah, I think that's kind of
Yeah.
as of right now, he's kind of projected number one.
I think it's huge because he would have never came over here 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Because he already made money. But it's crazy that schools like that have a crap ton of money to just throw around. But you got to remember though, that is also a lot of the time tuition's included in that. So he's not getting a $700K like in your pocket
Okay, so 600.
most of the time. He could, yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, still. And then you got to get, like, a lot of that goes to, like, the dorms and stuff because he's probably only going to be there 1 year.
Yeah, I mean, dorm. I guess I'm going off Mankato numbers, but dorms are like
Yeah,
what?
dorms aren't that
I mean,
much. But so let's
few
just realistically
$1,000s,
say
but
600K in your pocket is crazy for, what is it, like, it's like 27 games in a regular season, right? Or something
yeah,
like 28,
yeah.
Like
No,
that's
it's nuts.
like if that would be an NHL contract, that would be like $4 or $5 million for 82
Yeah,
games, like equivalent. That's crazy that
yeah.
he's getting
Money
that to
per
play.
game. Yeah.
Yeah, at Penn State. I mean, good for Penn State for having the money to throw at him. Maybe focus on your football team a little more. But yeah, I guess that's good for them.
What about you, Chad? I mean, this is nuts.
Uh,
That's crazy.
Putting on all different kinds of lenses. I mean, for college hockey, this is fantastic for college hockey to have the potential number one overall pick playing college hockey, even if it is for 1 year. It is great to see him go somewhere that's not like a blue chip school, or the Minnesotas, the Michigans, the Bostons, the Denvers. It's great to see. Great opportunity for him. Penn State looks very solid this year. I mean, Frozen Four team that adds the number 1 overall pick, they're going to be awesome. It is going to be a huge moment if they don't win the national championship. I want to be in the arena and just see how much shit they get from opposing team fans when that buzzer sounds and they lose. That's going to be something to see. For everybody else, for us, for what this means for smaller schools, yikers. I don't know what this is going to do. Maybe it changes nothing. Maybe this is like a once every couple years kind of signing. I mean, we probably won't see that dollar amount very often, if ever again. But at some point, somebody's got to do something to kind of rein this in. Otherwise, some of these smaller schools are going to be a thing of the past.
Well, I mean, it makes you wonder, like, so is every like projected number 1 overall pick from now on just going to get 700,000? Like, is that just the going rate now? Like it's weird. Like, where do we go from here now?
To keep them in America, probably. Otherwise, why not just go play in the CHL or the OHL, whatever that is, for money? If I'm going to be the first overall pick, regardless, the WHL, why not?
I mean,
go
I don't
where I can
think
make money right away?
I don't know for sure, but I don't think the money's that great up in Canada. I could be wrong, but I don't think any of those guys are getting.
A lot of those number 1 picks are going to get a crap ton of money to go to like a Big Ten or an NCHC school for sure.
Right. Yeah. I mean, in Big Bag, I kind of agree with you. Like, as a small school, you first look at this, you're like, holy shit, like, how are we ever going to compete? And then I was just kind of thinking about it. Part of me is like, it was a Mankato or a Omaha or a St. Cloud. Were any of those schools like ever really in the running for a first number, like a number 1 overall pick anyway? Like that's great that those big schools can pay that. They were probably going to get those guys anyway. So like that's Penn State competing against the U or Michigan or Denver or something like that. In my mind, I guess that's the only way I can kind of put a positive spin on it. Like, and I'm not at all trying to discredit obviously Mankato hockey or any of the smaller schools. I mean, obviously love Mankato hockey, but like those guys, they're looking to go do what the kids do at the U, where they go there, they play, they make the postseason, they lose in the regionals, or they lose in wherever they lose. They don't ever win anything. Yeah. They develop, and then they go sign their pro deal right after their first or second year playing there. And that's what Gavin McKenna is going to do. Like, he's not going to play college hockey for more than 2 years at most.
I doubt he plays more than 1. I'd be shocked if he returned after being the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that this deal takes Mankato out of the running of ever having a chance at a number 1 overall pick. But what I'm saying is, like, the phrase, a rising tide floats all boats. Like, this makes the numbers go up for even the third tier, whatever. The non-Gavin McKennas of the world are going to be like, well, I mean, let's jack up the price a little bit here, which hurts smaller schools and whatnot. But, the other thing we have to consider is, I don't know about you guys, but I can't really tell what's going on with these deals, what those dollar amounts actually mean. Like Colin said, there could be tuition factored in. Like, it is so bizarre and not transparent. And it's just, we've been talking about this for episodes.
If you win the national championship, you get $40K, or like $300K.
Yeah.
Like, it's basically like, it could be a lot of incentive based. Like, we don't know the breakdown of that money. So I guess like Pat says, it's I'll believe it when I see it. But I mean, he's getting money regardless. So
until it's more transparent, we just have to sit and stare at these numbers and try to figure it out ourselves, and nobody can ever get a straight answer.
Well, and I mean, you see a lot of these NHL deals now. Like, again, Red Wings fan right there. Maybe make the playoffs this year. Like, you look at the deal that Patrick Kane just signed. I mean, there's like $4 million worth of bonuses if you hit these things. So it's like,
Same with
is that a
Jonathan Tays,
700?
his
Yeah,
contract.
Jonathan Tays' contract. So like, is it going to be 700,000 guaranteed, or is it like,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
you're getting 300 from the get go, and then it's another 100,000 if we make the, you know what I mean? There's just
If
tiers
we
to
win
it.
the
So
Big Ten, you get X. If we make it to the
mhm.
second round of the playoffs, you get X. If we win the
Yeah,
national championship, you get X. Like, I feel like it's probably like that because just giving someone that much money is ridiculous. And then
yeah.
if he just
So
like doesn't do anything, like, oh no.
Well,
yeah, yeah.
is this the first signing where we actually heard the dollar amount they got, like a confirmed dollar
Like,
amount?
yes. I mean,
I
is
don't,
that
but
even
how
confirmed?
confirmed? Yeah, I mean, how confirmed even? I think it's just everywhere that I've seen, it's just from sources, like
Well,
Yeah.
it's not like
it's
Penn
from your
State came
boy.
out. Who's
Wasn't
that?
wasn't it your buddy, Heat Daddy, that threw it out there? Somebody like
Or Jordan Schmaltz? Yeah, it
Schmaltz,
might have
yeah.
been Schmaltz. Yeah, yeah, it might have been. Which I mean, I don't know how reliable that is.
What are you
But,
talking about?
He's
but
the boy, but he might not be reliable.
yeah,
Lots
yeah.
of
So
people ran with it, so I have no reason to
well, but I
believe.
mean, everyone's reporting that number. So, and like CHN, College Hockey Inc., they're all reporting that. So,
Yeah.
like, there's some legitness to it, and no one's come out and said no, that's not the case. So, like, yeah, it's nuts. It's a lot of money to play college hockey, and again, I mean, congrats for getting your bag, but something needs to happen with some kind of regulation because it's gonna get weird. It's gonna get crazy before we don't want to see college hockey turn into there's 20 schools that can afford to play and have a realistic shot, and then the rest of them will never do anything in the postseason.
Yeah.
Like that's
Mhm.
not fun for anyone. So, yeah, you boys got anything more on that?
I saw an interesting tweet from somebody when all this stuff was going down, and it was about how this is going to kind of turn Division One hockey into just like prep for the NHL, and that D3 is where like the the traditional college hockey players are going to go play, where they can have 4 years of a great experience playing college hockey, knowing that might get a taste of the minors somewhere, but um, it's going to alter
I
lower
mean,
levels of college hockey as well.
Yeah,
yes and
I can
no.
see
There's
that.
a lot of teams. Like it's gonna alter for the Big Ten or the NCHC is prep for the pros, but you still got like the CCHA is probably still gonna be college hockey. It's just we're gonna get smoked by the teams that have 7 first-round draft picks. So
Nah, we'll fuck them. I'm not worried.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
Anybody,
yeah,
anytime, anywhere.
come to Cato. You can't hang on Front Street. With that,
for real.
we got to talk about the last sponsor for today's show. Lunch Bucket Hockey players are the hardworking, grit and grind players that would do anything for their teammates. A perfect embodiment of the blue collar, hard hitting, gritty brand of hockey that is Minnesota State. Now partnered with the Mavericks and the Line Change Collective, buying Lunch Bucket products supports your style in the stands and the fellas on the ice with NIL funding and opportunity. Whether it's number 33 Tracy jersey, a custom Maverick hoodie with your name on it, or custom uniforms for your 3v3 team at the Pond on Madison, Lunch Bucket Hockey has you covered. Check them out at lunchbuckethockey.com. So I wanted to start this new little segment where, at the end of the show where we're just going to kind of hit on a few news points that we, didn't talk about or elaborate much on. That just, we want to make sure we mention, but they're kind of oddballs and just want to throw them in the show. So we're going to call this the 2 a.m. quick shot. If a bar on Front Street wanted to sponsor this part of the show, that would be really rock star of them. But we're going to call it just the quick shots portion of the show before we get to the Twitter questions and close things out. Just another day, another episode of Chattin Mavericks podcast, another little thing for Alex Tracy getting recognized somewhere. He was awarded the CSC Academic All-American awarded to the Academic All-America First Team by College Sports Communicators on a couple weeks ago now. So he's holding a 3.94 grade point average with his major in finance. So shout out him being an academic weapon, as a lot of our guys are. So I wanted to shout him out. Nathan Smith and Akito Hiroshi, a few alumni, is winning the Calder Cup with the Abbotsford Canucks. So champions there. Love to see that. Some funny pictures came out of those too on social media. So that was cool to see. Unfortunately, St. Thomas has been granted full NCAA participation despite my best efforts at picketing at the office. So they will be able to go for the 25-26 season. So we won't have as much drama if they make it to a CCHA final.
Wouldn't we have more
again.
drama now? Because like
So
win or lose,
I guess, but I don't know. It's
there's
kind of more
technically
fun.
more drama because like the winner goes on now. Like it didn't matter if we lost or won because like St. Thomas. I mean, we're not going to lose to St. Thomas in a big game, but like
Yeah, that's true. But anyway, college hockey announces participation in the Spengler Cup. I just wanted to touch on this quickly. Kind of a cool. I honestly had never even heard of the Spengler Cup, but kind of a cool, kind of a cool new thing that they're doing. It's for the first time in the 102-year history of the Spengler Cup. A team of selected college hockey players representing the NCAA Division I will compete in the prestigious men's tournament 2025. It is held in Davos, Switzerland since 1923. It's a 6-team invitational tournament that traditionally features club and national teams from Europe and North America. So kind of a cool, like, kind of see how our guys stack up against, other teams from other parts of the world, a little more non-traditional from, like the All-Stars and the AHL All-Stars and the Olympics, stuff like that. Just kind of a new approach to look at kind of where college hockey stacks against some other leagues. So really good article on CCHA, and I know CHN has a write-up as well. So check those out if you are interested in learning about that more. Just wanted to mention that season tickets are available, not just for hockey, for all sports. They have been for a little over a month now. So for hockey, prices start at $425 in a seat, and then go up if you are interested in a BLC membership, Blue Line Club membership as well. So, and then wanted to shout out Corey McCracken. He's coaching at the USA U17 Festival. So hopefully you can find some good talent there and bring him over to the Mayo. So, and then our last point we want to hit here, MSU's deal with Athletes Thread. It's not just for hockey, but it's just another way for student athletes to opt in and get some more NIL funding and opportunity through buying merchandise with their name on it, stuff like that. So just a little tidbit from the athletic department here, though, that we got. It's not going to change anything for the collective. So all the Unreal stuff, the customizable jerseys, sweatshirts, all that stuff, that'll all be the same. This is just another storefront that our athletes can take advantage of. They are working on alumni collection as well. So if there's, past players or something like that you are, you want something, something of that, they're going to work on that as well. So, and one note here that we want to mention too, for men's hockey, the replica jerseys will be exclusively with the collective. So, and it looks like it's a pretty good company. They got 4 power schools that are, apart, use them to do this. So looks like we got in with a pretty cool company to give our athletes some more recognition. So with that, I think we can move on to X questions. I think we covered a lot of them already. We don't have a ton. We'll start out Doyle here. He's asking about line predictions. We'll probably get into that a little bit closer to the season, Doyle. So and just need you to hang the fuck on.
Come on, Doyle. Jeez.
oh Jesus, Doyle.
Just kidding, Doyle.
Christ.
So but yeah, so we'll get into line predictions a little bit more as we get closer to the season. BC, do you feel like the CHL to NCAA talk is a bit overstated? I see many people acting like teams that just hoarded CHLers are suddenly going to be amazing. Cough, cough, BGSU. I really don't think so. There's so much that goes into team building just beyond grabbing some dudes. Yeah, totally agree. I think it's just similar talent level guys that would be coming in normally that they're coming from a different pond now. Right. So I think
I don't think I don't think they're going to touch the CCHA finals even with all those kids. So they can say they got all these guys, but they're still Bowling Green. So fuck them.
Colin's just on a heater up at the cabin right now. So I agree. BC. What about you, Chad?
No, I agree with everything you guys said. I'm not too terribly worried about it. I thought it was hilarious that everybody went nuts over Bowling Green, bringing in all these guys like this. Yeah. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's not the first time anybody's ever brought in a handful of guys from Canada. So let's put the chips down and let's play. Let's see what happens.
Yep. No, totally agree. Matt Borst has a question here. I saw a huge I saw a huge football NIL deal came with a 3-year contract commitment. Do you think this could start becoming the normal with so much money being thrown at players? I hope so. I mean, something on the regulation side of things needs to be done with this whole NIL thing. So, yeah, I really hope this becomes the norm. I'm assuming you guys are probably on the same page.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we talked about this on the Strand episode about the idea of doing, like a 2-year contract or a 4-year contract, that kind of thing. I think that would be a great. It wouldn't fix everything, but I think it would be a great step forward for kind of reining this in a little bit. So yeah, I'm certainly in favor of it.
Yeah, and then Nick Mueller has 2 questions here. He's the last 2 of the show. First one is, I know we're a couple months out, but anything you can share coming to the podcast for the upcoming season? For me personally, I'd love to see more of the dog content from Mr. Judding. And then the second question, thoughts on other teams in the CCHA offseason? Looked like some more of them were really active and landed some pretty good Canadian junior recruits. So kind of going against BC's question. But first one, I mean, Colin, I'll throw it to you. Are we going to be able to get some more captain content out there?
Well, I'm at the lake right now, and my computer doesn't want to connect to Wi-Fi, so I'm on my phone. So we'll see if I can have any video this episode. But going forward next year, I mean, the dog's always next to me or on my lap, so you'll see him for sure. And then I guess the second question, we kind of already answered it. I don't care where you come from, we're still gonna whoop your ass. So, CCHA champs, Mankato is gonna happen again. No matter, I don't care if they come from the CCHL or freaking Edina, Minnesota, we're gonna smoke you. So
Word.
Damn right.
You got anything? Yeah, go for it.
Well, I think we're as far as our podcast is concerned, we're looking at adding some different segments. Cam, you mentioned the quick shot 2 a.m. deal.
Nightcap, baby.
We're still working with Pulltab Sports to bring more features to the podcast, more opportunities. We got video up and running. Hopefully, they can help us, get some more stuff going this season. It'll be super fun, and we'll see where it goes. Certainly open to taking suggestions, like you suggested. Yeah, it'll be a fun season.
Yeah, I think I've talked to being back in town, I've been down to the Maverick a couple times, so we're hopefully gonna try to maybe do some live things at the Maverick, which would be kind of fun. Like we all just kind of go down there and talk Maverick hockey. It'd be a lot of fun. So I'd like to get something like that going. So if anyone has any ideas for that, let's love to hear them. But yeah, I mean, we'd like to, I mentioned it earlier in the show, just get more involved in the community, get more kind of businesses on board, and get just kind of grow everything. Really is kind of the goal this year. We had an awesome first year. Thank you to everyone who listened to make that possible. So just kind of growing it and making sure our athletes have a platform to talk about who they are and why they're in Mankato and what's so great about Maverick hockey. So, and then as for the second question, yeah, I mean, I do think, I mean, obviously I think Tech is probably in a better spot now than they were at the end of the CCHA season.
welcome.
I don't know. I mean, who knows where St. Thomas is going to be. I'm just trying to think of like some of the stronger ish teams who, I mean, Bemidji, who know, I mean, it's hard to know right until the puck drops. You kind of see where teams are, especially in that non-conference, kind of see if anyone jumps out at you or whatever. But I mean, I could see Tech being a little bit better. I mean, I'll be very interested to see what all the CHL stuff does at BGSU. I mean, Mavericks are returning the best goaltender in the country, one of the best defensemen, and we're bringing in a bunch of absolute, studs. So I don't know. Mavs are winning. I don't know what else to say on that. Big Bag, you got anything more?
First of all, Colin, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, we're gonna take care.
Are you thrusting at the camera? Is this like a?
I'm trying to put my hat back on with the top of the bunk.
Oh yeah, that was my first guess.
Yeah, that checks out.
No, like hit one of these, like.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Well,
we're gonna have to get Colin like a chair that we can just strap him down during the episode.
My ADHD and the beers do not go well as the episode goes on.
Well, just hang on for like 2 more minutes, and then you can do whatever you want. Okay, or chug your beer. That's good. The only other thing I wanted to say is it's going to sneak up on us. So if you are even slightly considering going to the Mavericks Badgers series out in Madison, start taking a look at clearing your schedule and looking for hotels and everything. That has to be a gigantic attendance from Maverick fans. That is going to be such a wild series. It's going to be so much fun. Get everybody out there. I
For
will.
sure, 2 out of 3
I'll
of
buy
us are
you a
gonna be
beer.
there.
Beers on Big Bag.
If you can
Beers
find
on Big
me
Bag.
in
You
downtown Madison.
Every Maverick fan, beers on Big Bag.
What have I done?
Got that.
That'll be fun, though. I mean, it is going to be such a fun series. We got to get everybody out there.
Absolutely. No, I couldn't
Party
agree more.
bus.
It's a good call to throw that in there because, we're going to obviously have a couple conflicting things that weekend, but I'm really hoping I can get to the Thursday game. So
Cam, rent us a party
we'll
bus.
see what happens. Yeah, I'll just order the one I keep in my garage here and we should be good to go. So
Build one.
Oh boy.
just a big old platform with some 2x4s and a Mavericks logo. Yeah.
Boys, let's pull up in a limo
it'd
with
be
just
kinda
like with Hastings crying on our t-shirt. Just pull up in a limo in front of it.
That needs to be a shirt.
that would be yeah. We need an AI. I think Big Bag, was it you that posted that AI picture of Hastings crying?
Yeah, the day I learned how to use it. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get that on a shirt too. We had a lot of shirt ideas this podcast. So, but I think with that, it's a good time to wrap things up. Thank you for everyone for tuning in. We hope everyone has an awesome rest of their summer. I think it's probably safe to say we won't be back on until we're a little bit closer to the season. We have a little bit more understanding of what kind of is going on in CCHA and Maverick land, so we have some content to talk about. But I think with that, we're going to wrap things up. Thank you for tuning in to the Chattin Mavericks podcast. As always, roll Mavs.
Thank you for tuning in to the Chattin Mavericks podcast. Please be sure to leave a review, subscribe, and share. Roll Mavs.